What a pleasure to meet you. Pleasure to see you. Here at Motor City Comic Con, what's it been like the early reception? I know the weekend is young to see fans interact with them in person here in Michigan.
It's been great. It's been really good. I mean, the fans, they're very honest and personal, which I love, and I get a chance to talk to them and meet them in person and hear their stories, and they want to hear my stories. But it's been great, and it's been a steady flow. A lot of Star Wars fans, which I love.
Looking at these pictures, the still shots from the show, I mean, you filmed this a while ago, but we got to see it finally just this past, few months.
Yeah.
How long ago did you do it, and then how long before that did you find out that this was going to be your role, and what was your reaction to it?
Well, when I found out kind of the end of 2019, and my head exploded, and I had to pick up all the pieces and put it back together, and then realize, hey, I'm going to be in Star Wars, so it's pretty spectacular. And then, everything kind of paused for a bit, so I actually, which was a good thing for me because I had enough time to process it, and really do my research and figure out who this guy was. 'Cause I didn't really know, I mean, I'm a Star Wars fan, but he's more of an obscure character that most people that know the graphic novels are more familiar with, and I wasn't. So it gave me time to really, sit back and kind of absorb the information and get used to wearing the suit and what the face looked like and kind of figure out how I wanted to work and move and look and all that.
How did you find out? Is it a call from Jon Favreau? How high up does that call go? Is it a call from your agent? How did you find out you had the role?
Actually, it was a call from Robert Rodriguez. I was at home and he calls me up and he was like, "Hey man, you want to play a mean Wookiee?" I said, "Duh, yeah, of course." And we talked about it for a while, and and we had a really good conversation. And he was like, "All right, man, it was a good conversation. I really want you to do this, and so let me talk to the guys," meaning John and Dave Filoni. So he kind of pitched me to those guys, and then I got a call from Colin, who's a producer on the show, and he reached out to me, and he basically officially was like, "Hey man, the guys love you, and we want you to do this," and then after that it was really just the process of going in and getting fitted for the suit, and then get the artist enough time so that they can kind of create it. And then in that time, I would go out to the shop, Legacy Effects, who made it, and put it on, and I'd be able to look in the mirror at myself and really kind of get into character. But the first time I put it on, I literally just stared at myself, for that first few times.
Yeah.
I couldn't really kind of understand what was happening.
How could you not?
I know. I mean, it's crazy. So it took me a minute to kind of really get used to the fact that I'm going to do this, and when I did, it was fun. It was a good process.
And then you get the blessing from Peter Mayhew's widow,
Oh, wow.
welcoming you to the Wookiee
Yeah.
family so publicly. What did that mean to you? Just what did it mean to see the character so received so well?
Well, it meant a lot, honestly, and she didn't have to do that, and it was so sweet of her, I first and foremost, I'm a Star Wars fan. I remember when I was 5 years old and I was watching Empire Strikes Back in a theater, and later because I saw Empire before New Hope, and at the end of New Hope, and I always remember the scene, when Princess Leia gives Chewbacca that medal, and that's the very last thing that happens. He turns and he gives a Wookiee roar, and everybody claps and all that. Everybody laughs, and I just have such an affinity for Chewbacca, as everybody does, and to play a Wookiee, but then also to have her take it upon herself in her time, which she didn't have to do to she personally called me, which was big, and we talked for like I think an hour or two. And she just told me stories about Peter and stories about him and how he dealt with it and the fame of it and all. And she kind of gave me pointers and what to expect. But it was good though.
Yeah.
It was great. I want to give her a huge thank you. Because she was awesome, man. She's great.
And I have to ask you, because they're asking too, what's next for you in Star Wars?
Listen, if I could say, I would say, I hope a lot. Because I'm not done playing them. We'll just say that. I'm not done playing them. I look forward to whatever is next to come out, when I'm allowed to say.
Well said. Great to meet you. Thank you so
You too,
much for
man.
the time.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you
Awesome.
so much.